SpaceX cleared a major hurdle in its goal to launch a network of broadband satellites in low Earth orbit yesterday, when the FCC approved a revised draft of their 2016 proposal. Today's news follows the story from last month where Elon Musk's company, SpaceX, launched its first 2 satellites into orbit during their TWAS mission from Spain. Nicknamed Tintin A and B, they temporarily blasted a Wi-Fi-enabled message to the city of Los Angeles. Now SpaceX can officially plan to launch thousands more satellites from the US, but they'd better book their launch pad schedule well in advance. The FCC requires that they launch half of their 4,425 satellite fleet by 2024, a 6-year deadline. Current broadband satellites sit tens of thousands of kilometers above the surface. Starlink would place their 4,425 satellites at only 700 miles, 1,150 kilometers, then launch another 7,500 satellites at only 200 miles, 320 kilometers, according to SpaceX's FCC filing. Broadband for the masses so close to Earth's surface, Starlink satellites would have minimal latency delays, supposedly comparable to current cable and fiber response times. SpaceX VP Patricia Cooper told the U.S. Senate Chamber of Commerce that the network would provide 25 milliseconds latency in 1 Gbps speeds. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai led the unanimous vote approving SpaceX's proposal. In a statement, Pai said, "Satellite technology can help reach Americans who live in rural or hard-to-serve places where fiber optic cables and cell towers do not reach. And it can offer more competition where terrestrial internet access is already available." The FCC had reserved the right to revoke their license, if SpaceX can't also obtain permission from the International Telecommunication Union, which controls the radio bandwidth Starlink will use to send signals to the surface. But beyond that, they can proceed full steam ahead. SpaceX isn't the only company hoping to fill up our skies with satellites. OneWeb received FCC permission last year to launch 720 satellites using Amazon's Blue Origin rockets, and an Apple-Boeing partnership could yield up to 3,000 satellites. Satellites versus 5G. Satellite broadband will let people around the world have access to fast internet speeds, which in the past would have required labor-heavy installation of fiber optic networks stretching to every home, something especially difficult in rural areas. In a decade or more it will take to fully roll out their network. SpaceX may be hoping that an Earth alternative to cables doesn't take too much of their future business. 5G, the next-gen upgrade to our current model, provides 1 Gbps speeds without needing to connect each home to a fiber optic network. Instead, carriers can install fiber optic hubs every few blocks that communicate at incredible speeds with wireless modems. And these hubs apparently have the capacity for all the streaming and downloads that you might need.